16. A world in which dragons are extinct in streams. Kim, Jin Mi. I am Song Dayan, mid-20s, recently got a job at an academy and teaching English to elementary school students. I put my resume in the company several times, but there was no place to come even though I was at a flowery age, so I first taught my children at the academy. I'm not from the English department, so my salary is low. Since I teach elementary school students, I work from 1 to 6. It's 800,000 won for a 5-hour work week. That's also because my mother's friend is the head of the academy. Nowadays, it is not easy to find such a place without connections. I am not a graduate of the College of Education, but I graduated from the undergraduate department, so I don't have a teaching license, so I can't take the examination for appointment that everyone else does. I heard that not all teachers become teachers just because they have teaching qualifications, and that 4th and 5th exams are too difficult to take, and that there are tens of thousands of students who take exams because they do not take major subjects such as Korean, English, and math. I didn't have any problem at all, so I just got a job at the academy for my mother's connections. I work 5 hours a day and I'm grateful to earn this much. The first class is 6 and 7 years old, the second class is 8 and 9 years old, the third class is 10 years old, the fourth grade class is 11 and the fifth class is 12 years old. It's separated into lower and upper grades. The lower grade usually sings a lot of English songs. Do you want to listen to the music? Or do you want me to sing it live? I thought I'd like the soundtrack better, but the kids wanted my raw voice. Well, it's almost tone deaf, and I thought I shouldn't have said it. I couldn't help but sing a song with the sound of a pig's throat, but I didn't care if it was because they were young children, and I liked such songs. So I sang louder because I was excited, but the kids kept following along well, so they learned a song every day. I told my children to sing in front of your mom and dad, but I'm not sure if they listened to me. At least the lower grades are obedient. The problem is 11 years old. I don't know if it's just here or other academies, but big kids, especially boys, have a fight. At the academy, the kids don't care if I'm in class. Do children think academies are more comfortable than schools? 11-year-olds even got slapped in the face. I was so surprised that I ran to the director. There's a violent incident. Director, how do we solve this? I don't know if the director has been through this a lot or what. He called the students and said, because I was in class with the rest of the kids. The two went to the supermarket and bought an ice bar one by one and brought it in. Then the two boys entered the class as if nothing had happened. I was amazed, but I got a promise from them after class. However, it's a bad thing to hit your friend in the face. You can either settle it nicely, or you can ask your teacher or an adult for mediation. The children pretended to listen and went home as if nothing had happened. I couldn't hold on any longer because of the next class. It's a 6th grade class, so I teach English in preparatory middle school. Parents, of course, demand that academies teach in advance. What do kids learn at school if they learn everything in advance? Do kids concentrate in class at school? It occurred to me that now that I'm a newbie at the academy, how do seniors and school teachers teach children? Can schools and academies exist at the same time? Come to think of it, academies rarely exist in foreign so-called developed countries, and school classes alone have a very high academic achievement rate, and in Korea, children live in schools and academies all day and even study at academies until midnight. For high school students, classes are held from 7 a.m. to midnight. They don't even have a holiday. There are many subjects to do essay writing on holidays. I'm not from Gangnam 8th grade, nor is this Gangnam. What about the countryside? Are most of the Gangnam kids in Seoul's prestigious universities? Then we can't stop the academy industry from flourishing like that. Because it's effective as much as you've worked hard. By the way, can't local students go to prestigious universities in Seoul? In preparation for this, there is a special selection of rural farming and fishing villages. So, if children in the same neighborhood as the location of my inn are like that, then most students in metropolitan and small cities can't go to prestigious universities? I don't know about that because I haven't done a survey, but if I look it up, there could be research data like that. And these days, it has been revealed that it is not a rumor that children with good family, powerful, and wealthy families are admitted from time to time. Incapable town with their parents should only be a time when university students is low and only suffering to death. Rather, in the 20th century, poor families went to high universities, studied well, entered medical school, and became doctors, but now only those with money and power can go to prestigious universities, doctors, and law schools. Gold spoons, silver spoons, and earth spoons have been transformed into a world where they are really inherited, and the era of flying dragons and streams has become an old saying. Why did institutions such as early admission, medical school, dental school, and law school enter? In order to send their children to prestigious universities comfortably, powerful and wealthy people created systems such as early screening, medical schools, and law schools. And the admissions officer also looks like a system designed to select such children. These systems are not suitable in countries that make evaluation dishonest. School classes are already disrupted because of prior learning at the academy, but they are not enough, so they are reduced from the reduced subjects, so they only choose the subjects needed for the early screening. Therefore, only Korean, English, and mathematics are important, and the so-called other subjects are more marginalized and few subjects are excluded from the test. Therefore, even if they want to take the teacher's exam, they will not hire more teachers for other subjects. My parents' generation studied physics, chemistry, and earth science, even humanities majors. Adults also learned geography, world history, and general society in natural science. However, my generation has learned very little, and learning only subjects necessary for early screening is too lacking in basic culture, and even in college, basic math, science, and humanities subjects need to be re-educated. We and our juniors are very ignorant. Those who are older than their parents' generation are much more knowledgeable than us, even though they did not have private lessons or tutoring. English and computers are the only subjects that can be claimed to be better than the adult generation. English is because they have received English training abroad, and mechanical products such as computers and IT are quickly familiar with it. I change my smartphone and my computer every year. That's all I'm good at. We have to play games. Game addiction and smartphone addiction are also serious. Schools confiscate smartphones altogether. Return it after class. What good is that, though? Children submit old smartphones and use new smartphones throughout class. Children talk to each other on their smartphones. Teachers often turn a blind eye to it even though they know it. Children learn all the contents of the class at the academy anyway. School has become a place to socialize with friends on smartphones. In college, good family members go to prestigious universities. Ordinary students go to middle-grade universities. Since the number of students in universities is higher than the number of students, you can go to lower-level universities if you have money. If you're just going anywhere, don't you have to spend that much money to go to the academy? I came back home from work again today. Mom, I'm hungry, feed me. Mom entered the room with a distorted look on her face, saying, "You make it up to me." My sister came out and made a sarcastic remark. "You've put on a lot of airs, your diary. I peeped at everything earlier." "What? Are you crazy?" I showed my mom everything. "Not there." I wanted to shake my sister's hair. "Stop being such a loser. Stop being so condescending. Did you go to college on your own? You barely made it to Seoul for 4 years thanks to your mom and dad. You are a major beneficiary of the early admission system, my dear.